Hello there. In this video I'm going to show you how you can create this stylized Saudi Arabic font earring using 3 characters. And we're going to use 3D Designer for 3D printing to do that. Now I'm going to use one of these ring connectors for the fish hook, and I'm going to use Arabic Saudi fonts. And I'm going to assume that we're going to use 3 characters, this one here, this one, and this character. So I'm going to drag and drop the first one onto the workspace there. I'm just scrolling the center mouse button to zoom back. I'll just switch on screencast key, so any key presses I make should be displayed down here. We now want this character, so we do that by going to File and Append. Now we should already be in the Alphabet Arabic Saudi font folder, and we want this character next, and it's always the object that we append. So we append that from the library, and I can just move that to the left and position it wherever I want it. And then I want the third character, which is going to be this one here, which is got a D. So I'll go to File and Append. Just go up through the menu system into your Saudi fonts, select the character that you want, and append it from the library. And then you've just got to make sure that you position it in a suitable place so that there's some overlap. So I need some overlap for those characters and some overlap there. It's not quite how I had it before, but that's all right. Now one thing I could do perhaps is just pull, if I go press the tab key to go into edit mode, and if I just perhaps pull those, I've just highlighted a number of control points there, if I just pull them down a bit, perhaps I'll just pull that down a little bit more so it looks a bit more like it did originally. So we've just got overlap there, that's the key thing that we need to do. Now what I'm going to do is to join these 3 objects together, so I'll just hold down the Shift key, highlight all 3 objects and just go to Tools, Object Tools, and just join them. Now a good idea, because we're making an earring, is to set the center of gravity of these objects. So we go to Tools, Object Tools, Origin, Origin to the geometry of the object, which is here. And then if we snap the selection, this is what's currently selected, if we snap the selection to the cursor, it will put it in the center of the screen. Now what I need to do is to add this wire connector, a ring. So I go to File and Append, just go up through the menu system till you get to the Groups folder. We want 3D Templates Connectors, that's where the wire connector is. And we just append that object from the library. So this is the folder where it was, and make sure you've got it selected and just pull it up, and then we need to zoom in, and we could switch to wireframe just to see where it's positioned, and if I just press the tab key I could just pull that control point up a little bit, so make sure it's in the kind of middle there. And that's essentially it now. If I, with the connector highlighted, if I hold down the Shift key and select the 3 fonts there and go to Tools, Object Tools, and Join, notice the connector takes on the thickness of the main body of the earring, which is defined over here. So it's actually 1mm by 2mm. Now that's probably going to make it a little bit too heavy to be an earring, so I would change that down to 1 by 1. This is a parametric smart object, so we can set any thickness we want, so that's 1mm by 1. It was 1 by 2, which I think is a bit too thick for an earring, so I'm going to select 1 by 1. And then if I just go to View and Top View now, one other thing that I need to change is this bit down here. That's going to fall out if we don't do something with it. So we'll just have to press the tab key to go into edit mode, and if I just pull the top of it up until it overlaps there, remember this is just a stylized font, that will now be one solid complete object. So what we would do now is export it as an OBJ file. That's the format that I tend to use. I tend to save it to the desktop, and I saved it before as a personalised Saudi font earring. And then what you must do is to go to Netfab Basic, just run the repair procedure in Netfab, and that will then be 3D printable object. You can see over here what the volume is. It's 0.16 centimeters cubed. In other words, if you just move the decimal point 1 to the right, 1.6 grams approximately is the weight in silver. You could have checked that in Fluid Designer. You can't check the volume of a curve. This object is currently a curve, so what you need to do is to convert it to a mesh if you want to check it in Fluid Designer. Open up the toolbox, click on 3D printing and click volume, and down at the bottom you'll see again it's 0.16 centimeters cubed approximately, in other words 1.6 grams. So that's how easy it is in Fluid Designer for 3D printing to combine a number of Saudi Arabic fonts together, put a ring connector at the top, and you've got yourself a 3D printable earring. Okay, thank you.